Canada, a land of endless horizons, whispered legends, and landscapes that feel both boundless and intimate. Beyond the modern skylines of Toronto, the vibrant culture of Montreal, and the bustling energy of Vancouver lies a Canada that few travelers truly see. Not just a country, but a vast wilderness where mountains carve the skies, forests stretch beyond sight, and every lake mirrors the timeless spirit of the land. This is the unseen Canada, where beauty hides in the soft glow of dawn over the Rockies, in the glassy stillness of a northern lake touched only by the ripple of a canoe, where the northern lights sweep across Arctic skies in ribbons of green and violet, and whales rise gracefully from the icy waters of the Atlantic. Watch the autumn leaves blaze like fire in Ontario's woodlands, or wake to the haunting call of loons drifting across misty waters in the early morning. Wander through fishing villages on the rugged coasts of Nova Scotia, where time slows to the rhythm of the tide. Stand in awe before the glaciers and fjords of the Yukon, or lose yourself in the vast silence of the prairies, where golden fields sway endlessly under open skies. Feel the spirit of history in Quebec's old cobblestone streets, or the echoes of indigenous traditions woven deeply into the land and its stories. Even in the roar of Niagara Falls or the icy winds sweeping across Hudson Bay, there's a gentler Canada, a warmth in the kindness of its people, a quiet in the forests blanketed with snow, a rhythm in the steady flow of rivers that bind the land together. Canada does not demand your attention. It welcomes you softly, to walk slowly through its landscapes, to listen to the silence between the trees, to find wonder in both its vastness and its stillness. So, traveler, here's a question for you. Which Canadian writer painted the vastness of the land and the resilience of its people, leaving words that continue to shape its identity? Leave your answer below. No compass required. Canada is not just a destination, it's a journey into wilderness and soul, teaching you the beauty of silence, the wonder of vast horizons, and the peace found in pausing to truly see. Nestled within the towering peaks of the Canadian Rockies, where the rugged beauty of the land meets the serene calm of alpine lakes, there exists a national park that invites you to step into a world of natural wonder and quiet reflection. Banff National Park, located in the heart of Alberta, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not crowded, just majestic enough to make you feel like you've discovered a sanctuary, where the deep blue of the lakes, the snow-capped peaks, and the dense forests create an awe-inspiring backdrop for those seeking peace and adventure alike. Banff doesn't demand your attention. It quietly beckons you to explore its hiking trails, to gaze upon the turquoise waters of Lake Louise, and to connect with a place that feels untouched by time, where nature's rhythm is uninterrupted and profound. Time here doesn't rush. It moves slowly with the pulse of the rivers, the flow of glaciers, and the sway of the trees, offering you the chance to savor each moment, whether you're standing on a mountain peak, watching wildlife roam through the meadows, or simply sitting beside the lake, letting the quiet energy of the land fill your heart. The mountains rise before you, their jagged peaks piercing the sky, while the glacial lakes below shimmer in their incredible shades of blue, inviting you to dive deeper into the natural beauty that surrounds you. Above, the sky is vast and open, providing the perfect canvas for the sun to illuminate the landscape in soft golden light, while below, Banff pulses with life. From the crystal-clear lakes to the wildlife that roams freely, each part of the ecosystem adding to the park's timeless spirit. Banff National Park is more than just a natural reserve. It's a living testament to the strength, beauty, and resilience of the natural world. Where the land doesn't just exist, it thrives. Where the lakes don't just reflect, they connect. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the beauty of Banff fill your soul. Pause by the lake. Feel the cool mountain air on your face. Listen to the sounds of nature all around you, and let the quiet energy of Banff National Park surround you. Banff doesn't just exist, it endures. A sanctuary for the spirit. A place of adventure, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the world quiets, and the park slows as night falls, while the mountains, lakes, and forests remain, eternal and unyielding. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the water, and the enduring beauty of Banff, as constant and unchanging as the peaks that have watched over the park for centuries. This is Banff National Park, not just a destination, a living experience, a place where nature doesn't rush, it reveals, where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace. Steady and sure, like the mountains that have stood guard over the land for generations. At the edge of the vast wilderness, where towering peaks are reflected in still alpine lakes, there lies a place that beckons adventurers and dreamers alike, inviting you into the heart of nature's most breathtaking landscapes. Jasper National Park, nestled in the Canadian Rockies, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not chaotic, just serene enough to make you feel like you've stepped into a world where the mountains, the lakes, and the forests come together in a perfect balance, creating a paradise where nature reigns supreme. Jasper doesn't demand your attention. It gently calls you to explore its winding trails, to paddle across its crystal-clear lakes, and to connect with a place where time seems to slow, allowing you to truly appreciate the grandeur of the land around you. Time here doesn't rush. It flows with the rhythm of the rivers and the movement of the wildlife, offering you the chance to savor each moment. Whether you're hiking through dense forests, taking in the sweeping views from Whistler's Mountain, or simply sitting by the shore of Pyramid Lake, absorbing the serenity of the surroundings. No rush, no distractions, just the steady rhythm of the land, where every element, the mountains, the rivers, the wildlife, exists in perfect harmony, offering you a sanctuary from the complexities of modern life. The lakes stretch before you, their glass-like surfaces reflecting the grandeur of the mountains, while the towering peaks invite you to pause and take in the overwhelming beauty that surrounds you, feeling small in the face of such natural power. Jasper National Park is more than just a natural reserve. It is a testament to the raw beauty and grandeur of nature, where every element of the landscape is a reminder of the power and wonder of the world around us. Where the land doesn't just exist, it inspires. Where the mountains don't just rise, they command. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the quiet energy of Jasper fill your soul. In the heart of a vast wilderness, where the land stretches endlessly beneath the sky, there exists a park where nature's beauty thrives in its purest form, untouched and untamed. Algonquin Provincial Park, located in the forests of Ontario, is one such place. Not noisy, not chaotic, just tranquil enough to make you feel like you've stepped into a sanctuary, where the dense forests, clear lakes, and rolling hills create a setting that invites quiet reflection and deep connection with the natural world. Algonquin Park doesn't demand your attention. It draws you in, gently inviting you to hike its well-worn trails, paddle its pristine lakes, or simply sit in silence and take in the beauty that surrounds you, allowing time to slow and nature to speak. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the rhythm of the seasons and the flow of the rivers, offering you the chance to savor each moment, whether you're exploring the remote corners of the park by canoe, watching the wildlife roam freely, or taking in the majestic views from one of the many lookout points. You wander through the forest, the soft crunch of fallen leaves beneath your feet, the rustling of wildlife in the distance, and the sound of a nearby stream filling the air. Every step reveals something beautiful: the gentle curve of the trails, the reflective stillness of the lakes, and the ever-present song of nature. The lakes stretch before you, their mirror-like surfaces reflecting the lush green forests and the towering trees that line their shores, while the trails invite you deeper into the park, offering you the chance to reconnect with the raw beauty of the landscape. Algonquin Park is more than just a nature reserve. It's a refuge for the soul, a place where the world slows and nature's quiet beauty surrounds you. Where the land doesn't just exist, it breathes. Where the lakes don't just reflect, they connect. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the tranquil energy of Algonquin Park fill your soul. In the heart of a landscape sculpted by ice and time, where the land meets the sky in perfect stillness, there is a lake that stands as a mirror to the beauty of the surrounding wilderness. Abraham Lake, nestled in the Canadian Rockies, is one such place. Not loud, not overwhelming, just serene enough to make you feel as though you've discovered a secret oasis, where the still waters and rugged peaks create a breathtaking backdrop, inviting you to pause and immerse yourself in nature's quiet power. Abraham Lake doesn't demand your attention. It beckons you to wander along its shores, to take in the stunning views of snow-capped peaks reflected on the lake's surface, and to connect with a place where time seems to slow, allowing you to truly appreciate the raw beauty of the landscape. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the ebb and flow of the water, offering you the opportunity to savor each moment, whether you're hiking along the shoreline, kayaking across the crystal-clear surface, or simply sitting in quiet reflection, absorbing the tranquility of the scene. The lake stretches before you, its surface reflecting the towering peaks and vast skies above, while the untouched forests and meadows surrounding it invite you to pause, breathe, and appreciate the breathtaking beauty of this natural wonder. Abraham Lake is more than just a body of water. It is a sanctuary for those seeking peace, solitude, and connection with the natural world. Where the land doesn't just exist, it whispers. Where the lake doesn't just reflect, it invites. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the quiet beauty of Abraham Lake fill your soul. Pause by the water. Feel the cool mountain breeze on your face. Listen to the soothing sounds of the lake, and let the tranquil energy of Abraham Lake surround you. Abraham Lake doesn't just exist, it endures. A natural wonder, a retreat for the spirit, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the world quiets, and the landscape remains still as night falls, while the mountains and lakes stand, eternal and serene. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the water, and the everlasting beauty of Abraham Lake, as enduring and constant as the mountains that frame it. Carved by the relentless force of nature, where the roar of cascading water fills the air and mist rises like a veil over the landscape, there exists a place that commands awe and admiration, a reminder of the Earth's immense power and beauty. Niagara Falls, straddling the border between Canada and the United States, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not intrusive, just majestic enough to make you feel like you've entered a world where water, rock, and sky converge in a breathtaking spectacle, creating an atmosphere that both humbles and inspires. Niagara Falls doesn't demand your attention. It simply draws you in, inviting you to stand at the edge and witness the mighty flow of water, to feel the vibrations in the ground beneath your feet, and to connect with a place that has captivated humanity for centuries, inspiring legends and wonder alike. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the rhythm of the water, offering you the chance to savor each moment, whether you're standing at the observation deck, taking a boat ride up to the falls, or simply sitting on a bench, watching the mist and the water dance together. No rush, no distractions, just the steady pulse of nature, where every element, the water, the air, the earth, exists in perfect harmony, offering you a moment to pause and reflect on the magnitude of the world around you. The falls stretch before you, their waters plunging into the river below with unstoppable force, while the surrounding parklands offer peaceful spaces for reflection, inviting you to take a deep breath and appreciate the raw beauty of this ancient landscape. Above, the sky is vast, a perfect backdrop for the sun to cast its golden light on the mist rising from the falls, while below, Niagara Falls pulses with life. From the rushing water to the visitors who gather in awe, each part of the falls contributing to its unparalleled majesty. Niagara Falls is more than just a natural wonder. It is a living symbol of nature's power, resilience, and grace. Where the land doesn't just stand, it roars. Where the water doesn't just flow, it commands. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the majesty of Niagara Falls fill your soul. Where the sea meets the land in sweeping curves, and the air is alive with the salty breeze and the sound of waves crashing against the rugged coastline, there is a province that embodies the beauty and spirit of the Atlantic. Nova Scotia, a jewel of the Canadian Maritimes, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not rushed, just captivating enough to make you feel like you've stepped into a land where nature's elements, sea, sky, and land, come together in a stunning display of raw beauty and tranquility. Nova Scotia doesn't demand your attention. It quietly invites you to explore its scenic cliffs, to stroll through its charming coastal villages, and to connect with a place where history, nature, and culture converge in perfect harmony. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the rhythm of the tides, offering you the chance to savor each moment, whether you're walking along the Cabot Trail, visiting the historic lighthouse at Peggy's Cove, or simply sitting on a quiet beach, listening to the waves and watching the seagulls glide in the breeze. No rush, no distractions. Just the steady rhythm of nature, where every element, the sea, the wind, the land, exists in perfect harmony, offering a peaceful retreat from the clamor of the world. The ocean stretches before you, its deep blue waters meeting the sky in a seamless horizon, while the rocky coastline curves along the shore, inviting you to pause and take in the majesty of this ever-changing landscape. Above, the sky is vast and open, providing a perfect backdrop for the sun to bathe the land in soft, golden light, while below, Nova Scotia pulses with life. From the tranquil coves to the lively waterfront festivals, each part of the province contributing to its vibrant spirit. Inland, the land thrives with lush forests, rolling hills, and quiet lakes, offering a glimpse into the untouched wilderness that defines much of Nova Scotia, where nature remains in its purest, most beautiful form. Nova Scotia is more than just a destination. It's a living reflection of the Atlantic's power and grace. Where the land doesn't just stand, it hums. Where the sea doesn't just crash, it embraces. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the energy of Nova Scotia fill your soul. Pause by the shore, feel the cool sea breeze on your skin, listen to the rhythm of the waves, and let the timeless beauty of Nova Scotia surround you. Nova Scotia doesn't just exist, it endures. A coastal haven, a retreat for the soul, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the sea quiets, and the world slows as night falls, while the waves and cliffs remain, eternal and unyielding. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the sea, and the enduring beauty of Nova Scotia, as constant and unchanging as the tides that shape its shores. This is Nova Scotia. Not just a destination, a living memory, a place where nature doesn't rush, it reveals. Where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace, steady and sure, like the land that has withstood the elements for centuries. Amidst the hustle of city life, where towering buildings meet the natural beauty of a coastal paradise, there is a place where the power of nature takes center stage, offering a peaceful retreat in the heart of the urban landscape. Stanley Park, Vancouver's crown jewel, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not hurried, just timeless enough to make you feel as though you've found a sanctuary where the forest, the sea, and the sky come together in a harmonious embrace, offering an escape from the noise of the world. Stanley Park doesn't demand your attention. It invites you to wander through its lush trails, to breathe in the scent of the ocean breeze, and to connect with a space where nature's serenity is woven into the fabric of the city, offering both moments of quiet solitude and lively adventure. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the rhythm of the tides, offering you the opportunity to savor each moment, whether you're walking along the iconic seawall, cycling through the park's towering trees, or simply sitting by the water, taking in the beauty of the surrounding landscape. No rush, no distractions, just the steady rhythm of nature where every element, the trees, the water, the wildlife, exists in perfect harmony, offering you a moment of peace in the midst of the bustling city. The ocean stretches before you, its deep blue waters meeting the sky in a perfect blend, while the park's natural beauty invites you to pause, breathe, and take in the splendor of this natural oasis in the heart of Vancouver. Stanley Park is more than just a park. It's a living testament to the power of nature and the balance it brings to the city. Where the land doesn't just exist, it grows. Where the water doesn't just flow, it connects. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the calming energy of Stanley Park fill your soul. Pause by the water, feel the cool breeze on your face, listen to the soft rustling of the trees, and let the peaceful spirit of Stanley Park surround you. Stanley Park doesn't just exist, it endures. A natural sanctuary, a retreat for the soul, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the park quiets, and the world slows as night falls, while the forest and the waters remain eternal and unyielding. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the trees, and the timeless beauty of Stanley Park, as constant and unchanging as the tides that flow through its shores. This is Stanley Park, not just a destination, a living experience, a place where nature doesn't rush, it reveals. Where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace, steady and sure, like the trees that have stood watch for generations. In the midst of towering forests and the misty embrace of the coastal mountains, there is a place where the power of water and nature's beauty converge in a symphony of sound and motion. Shannon Falls, located in British Columbia, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not frantic, just majestic enough to make you feel as though you've stepped into a living painting, where the falls cascade down the rocks with a quiet yet powerful energy, inviting you to pause and soak in the grandeur of the landscape. Shannon Falls doesn't demand your attention. It quietly beckons you to explore the trails that lead to its base, to feel the mist on your face as the water crashes against the rocks, and to connect with a place where nature's force and beauty are in perfect harmony. Time here doesn't rush. It flows with the rhythm of the falls, offering you the opportunity to savor each moment. Whether you're hiking the nearby trails, sitting at the water's edge, or simply standing in awe of the sheer power of the falls as it plunges into the pool below, No rush, no distractions. Just the steady pulse of nature, where every element, the water, the trees, the rocks, exists in perfect harmony, offering you a moment of connection and peace away from the noise of the world. The falls stretch before you, their water cascading down in dramatic sheets, while the surrounding forest stands tall, providing a tranquil backdrop that invites you to pause and appreciate the raw beauty of this natural wonder. Shannon Falls is more than just a waterfall. It is a living reminder of nature's power, grace, and beauty. Where the land doesn't just exist, it hums. Where the water doesn't just fall, it sings. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the energy of Shannon Falls fill your soul. Pause at the viewing platform. Feel the cool mist on your skin. Listen to the soothing sound of water, and let the vibrant beauty of Shannon Falls surround you. Shannon Falls doesn't just exist, it endures. A natural masterpiece, a retreat for the spirit, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the forest quiets, and the world slows as night falls, while the falls remain steadfast and eternal. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the water, and the enduring beauty of Shannon Falls, as constant and unchanging as the water that flows through it. This is Shannon Falls. Not just a destination, a living experience, a place where nature doesn't rush, it reveals. Where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace, steady and sure, like the falls that have cascaded through the rocks for generations. Along the rugged shores of the Atlantic Ocean, where the sea meets the land in a dramatic, endless embrace, there exists a city that is both a gateway to the coast and a rich tapestry of history, culture, and natural beauty. Halifax, the capital of Nova Scotia, is one such place. Not loud, not overwhelming, just vibrant enough to make you feel as though you've stepped into a city where the waves of history, the pulse of modern life, and the spirit of the sea are all perfectly intertwined. Halifax doesn't demand your attention. It invites you to explore its historic waterfront, to stroll along its tree-lined streets, and to connect with a place where centuries of seafaring history blend with the dynamic energy of contemporary culture. Time here doesn't rush. It flows with the rhythm of the tides, offering you the opportunity to savor each moment, whether you're walking through the historic Halifax Citadel, learning about the city's naval history at the Maritime Museum, or simply sitting by the water, taking in the picturesque view of the harbor. You walk along the bustling waterfront, the cool breeze against your skin, the sound of seagulls and boats in the distance, and the city's vibrant energy all around. Every step reveals something unique: the iconic clock tower, the colorful buildings that line the streets, and the lively energy of a city that feels both rooted in tradition and alive with modernity. Above, the sky is vast and open, providing the perfect canvas for the sun to bathe the harbor in soft light, while below, Halifax pulses with life, from the bustling streets of downtown to the peaceful parks that offer respite from the city's energy, each part of the city contributing to its vibrant character. Inland, the city thrives with a blend of old-world charm and new-world innovation. museums, galleries, and green spaces that celebrate the city's heritage while embracing the spirit of progress, offering a glimpse into the heart of a place that is always evolving. Halifax is more than just a coastal city. It is a living reflection of resilience, community, and maritime pride. Where the land doesn't just stand, it sings. Where the sea doesn't just meet the shore, it calls. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the rhythm of Halifax fill your soul. High in the mountains, where the air is crisp and the vistas stretch across valleys, there is a place where adventure meets serenity and nature's splendor is on full display. Whistler, nestled in the coast mountains of British Columbia, is one such place. Not frantic, not overstated, just invigorating enough to make you feel as though you've discovered a hidden paradise where the peaks, the forests, and the sparkling lakes unite to create a dynamic escape for the spirit and the soul. Whistler doesn't demand your attention. It quietly calls you to explore its endless trails, to take in the beauty of its mountain views, and to connect with a place where nature's power and tranquility are equally present. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the rhythm of the seasons, offering you the opportunity to savor each moment, whether you're skiing down its famed slopes, mountain biking along its rugged trails, or simply sitting by the lake, watching the world unfold. No rush, no distractions, just the steady pulse of nature, where every element, the mountains, the forests, the lakes, exists in perfect harmony, offering you both a place to escape and a space to connect with your surroundings. The mountains rise before you, their majestic peaks reaching towards the sky, while the valley below offers an inviting, tranquil space that feels both thrilling and peaceful, encouraging you to pause and appreciate the breathtaking beauty of the land. Whistler is more than just a ski resort. It's a living blend of nature, activity, and culture, a place where every season offers something new to explore. Where the land doesn't just sit, it thrives. Where the mountains don't just rise, they inspire. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the energy of Whistler fill your soul. Pause by the lake, feel the cool breeze on your skin, listen to the sounds of the mountain air, and let the invigorating beauty of Whistler surround you. Whistler doesn't just exist, it endures. A mountain haven, a sanctuary for adventure, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the village quiets, and the world slows as night falls, while the mountains and lakes remain eternal and unyielding. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the peaks, and the enduring beauty of Whistler, as constant and unchanging as the snow that graces its slopes. This is Whistler. Not just a destination, a living experience, a place where nature doesn't rush, it reveals. Where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace, steady and sure, like the mountains that have watched over Whistler for generations. In the heart of the Canadian Rockies, where ancient glaciers and towering peaks stand as timeless guardians, there is a park that captures the raw beauty and power of the mountains. Yoho National Park, located in British Columbia, is one such place. Not crowded, not frantic, just majestic enough to make you feel as though you've stepped into a hidden realm where waterfalls thunder, turquoise lakes shimmer, and the mountains rise with quiet strength, creating a landscape that invites both adventure and peace. Yoho doesn't demand your attention. It gently beckons you to explore its winding trails, to marvel at its iconic waterfalls, and to connect with a place where nature's grandeur is always present, from the snow-covered peaks to the peaceful shores of Emerald Lake. No rush, no distractions, just the steady pulse of nature where every element, the water, the trees, the sky, exists in perfect harmony, offering you a space to connect with the world in its purest form. The waterfalls roar before you, their cascading waters plunging over the rocks, while the surrounding landscape offers a tranquil beauty that invites you to pause and appreciate the raw power and serenity of the park. Yoho National Park is more than just a natural reserve. It is a testament to the enduring power and serenity of the mountains. Where the land doesn't just stand, it whispers. Where the waterfalls don't just fall, they sing. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the peaceful energy of Yoho fill your soul. Pause by the lake. Feel the cool breeze on your face. Listen to the distant roar of the falls, and let the timeless beauty of Yoho surround you. Yoho National Park doesn't just exist. It endures. A mountain sanctuary, a retreat for the spirit, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the park quiets, and the world slows as night falls, while the mountains and waterfalls remain, steadfast and eternal. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the water, and the everlasting beauty of Yoho, as constant and unchanging as the glaciers that have shaped the land for millennia. This is Yoho National Park, not just a destination, a living experience, a place where nature doesn't rush, it reveals. Where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace, steady and sure, like the mountains that have stood guard over Yoho for generations. Nestled between the towering peaks of the Coast Mountains and the sparkling waters of the Pacific Ocean, there lies a city that feels like a perfect blend of nature's grandeur and urban energy. Vancouver, located on the west coast of Canada, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not hurried, just vibrant enough to make you feel as though you've stepped into a city where nature and modernity come together in seamless harmony, offering a landscape where mountains meet the sea and every corner bursts with life. Vancouver doesn't demand your attention. It invites you to explore its scenic neighborhoods, to walk along its famous seawalls, and to connect with a city that embraces nature at every turn, where the beauty of the outdoors is woven into the fabric of daily life. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the pace of the tides, offering you the chance to savor each moment, whether you're cycling through Stanley Park, wandering through the bustling streets of Gastown, or simply sitting on the beach, watching the sunset reflect off the ocean. No rush, no distractions. Just the steady rhythm of a city where every element, the mountains, the ocean, the people, exists in perfect harmony, offering you a peaceful retreat in the heart of urban life. The ocean stretches before you, its shimmering waters reflecting the stunning landscape, while the mountains rise high, providing a natural backdrop to the city that invites you to pause and take in the beauty of Vancouver's outdoor paradise. Vancouver is more than just a city. It's a living celebration of nature, culture, and urban life. Where the land doesn't just sit, it inspires. Where the ocean doesn't just flow, it embraces. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the beauty of Vancouver fill your soul. Pause by the water. Feel the cool breeze on your skin. Listen to the rustle of leaves, and let the peaceful energy of Vancouver surround you. Vancouver doesn't just exist, it endures. A haven for the soul, a connection to the earth, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the city quiets, and the world slows as night falls, while the mountains and ocean remain constant and eternal. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the sea, and the enduring beauty of Vancouver, as constant and unchanging as the waves that kiss its shores. This is Vancouver. Not just a destination, a living experience, a place where nature doesn't rush, it reveals. Where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace, steady and sure, like the city that has embraced nature and culture for generations. In the heart of a bustling metropolis where modern skyscrapers reach for the sky and a deep river runs through its core, there is a city that pulses with culture, diversity, and endless possibilities. Toronto, the largest city in Canada, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not frantic, just vibrant enough to make you feel like you've stepped into a city where the past and future coexist, where cultures from around the world come together, creating a place that is both alive with energy and rich with history. Toronto doesn't demand your attention. It invites you to explore its lively neighborhoods, to admire the stunning architecture, and to connect with a city that's constantly evolving, yet holds tightly to its roots of diversity, community, and creativity. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the pace of the streets, offering you the opportunity to savor each moment. Whether you're strolling along the vibrant waterfront, exploring the iconic distillery district, or simply sitting in a park, taking in the vast skyline and the rhythm of the city. No rush, no distractions. Just the steady pulse of a city where every element, the people, the buildings, the culture, exists in perfect harmony, offering a place to connect, reflect, and experience life in all its diversity. The lake stretches before you, its waters sparkling under the sun, while the skyline rises above, a perfect blend of modernity and nature, inviting you to pause and take in the magnificent view of Toronto's waterfront. Toronto is more than just a city. It is a living, breathing mosaic of culture, art, and human connection. Where the land doesn't just stand, it thrives. Where the streets don't just exist, they hum with life. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the energy of Toronto fill your soul. Pause by the lake, feel the cool breeze on your face, listen to the hum of the city, and let the vibrant beauty of Toronto surround you. Toronto doesn't just exist, it endures. A cultural hub, a beacon of diversity, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the The city quiets, and the world slows as night falls, while the city remains steadfast and eternal. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the people, and the enduring beauty of Toronto, as constant and unchanging as the flow of the river that runs through it. This is Toronto. Not just a destination, a living experience. A place where culture doesn't rush, it reveals. Where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of peace. Steady and sure, like the city that has embraced change while holding on to its roots for generations. At the foot of the mighty St. Lawrence River, where cobbled streets wind through centuries of history and the past blends seamlessly with the present, there stands a city that speaks to the soul of Canada. Quebec City, one of North America's oldest settlements, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not rushed, just captivating enough to make you feel as though you've stepped into a living story, where the charm of old-world Europe meets the vibrant spirit of modern life in a perfect blend of culture and heritage. Quebec City doesn't demand your attention. It gently invites you to wander through its narrow streets, to explore its fortified walls, and to connect with a place where history is alive, where every corner, every building has a story to tell. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the flow of the river, offering you the chance to savor each moment, whether you're wandering through the majestic plains of Abraham, gazing out over the St. Lawrence River from the Dufferin Boardwalk, or sipping a café au lait at one of the many charming bistros. You walk along the cobbled streets, the cool stones beneath your feet, the sound of French conversation, and the clink of glass filling the air, while the grand facades of Chateau Frontenac and the city's ancient gates stand tall, keeping watch over the town. Every step reveals something extraordinary: the historic charm of old Quebec, the picturesque views of the river, and the vibrant street life that surrounds you. The river stretches before you, its waters reflecting the city's historic beauty, while the old city walls rise proudly, inviting you to pause and appreciate the fusion of nature, history, and urban life that defines Quebec City. Quebec City is more than just a place. It is a living, breathing masterpiece of culture, history, and community, where the land doesn't just sit, it speaks. Where the buildings don't just stand, they tell stories. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the spirit of Quebec City fill your soul. Nestled between the rugged peaks of Mont Royal and the vibrant streets along the St. Lawrence River, there exists a city that feels like the pulse of Canada's cultural and historical heart. Montreal, in the province of Quebec, is one such place. Not overwhelming, not chaotic, just lively enough to make you feel as though you've arrived in a city where the vibrant arts, rich history, and multicultural spirit blend seamlessly, creating a dynamic atmosphere for both discovery and relaxation. Montreal doesn't demand your attention. It invites you to wander its diverse neighborhoods, to immerse yourself in its unique festivals, and to connect with a city where every corner holds a story, whether it's the French influence in the architecture or the Canadian spirit reflected in the people. Time here doesn't rush. It moves with the rhythm of the seasons, offering you the chance to savor each moment. Whether you're cycling through the sprawling green spaces of Parc Jean Drapeau, exploring the vibrant markets of Jean Talon, or sipping a café au lait in a cozy bistro on Rue Saint-Denis. The St. Lawrence River stretches before you, its waters flowing gently past the city's shoreline, while the majestic Mont Royal stands as a natural centerpiece, inviting you to pause, take a deep breath, and appreciate the breathtaking beauty of the city. Above, the sky is wide and expansive, a perfect canvas for the sun to bathe the city in warm light, while below, Montreal pulses with life, from the lively terraces in the plateau to the tranquil spots in Mont Royal Park, each part of the city contributing to its vibrant spirit. Montreal is more than just a destination. It's a celebration of life, culture, and human connection, where the arts are alive and the streets are full of stories waiting to be discovered. Where the land doesn't just stand, it sings. Where the river doesn't just flow, it embraces. And all you need to do is stop, listen, and let the energy of Montreal fill your soul. Pause by the river, feel the cool breeze, listen to the hum of the city, and let the energy of Montreal surround you. Montreal doesn't just exist, it endures. A cultural hub, a retreat for the soul, a presence that stays with you long after you've left. And then, dusk. The light softens, the streets quiet, and the world slows as night falls, while the city remains steady and eternal. And something stays, a deep connection to the land, the people, and the enduring beauty of Montreal, as constant and unchanging as the vibrant life that pulses through it. This is Montreal, not just a destination, a living, breathing experience, a place where history doesn't rush, it unfolds, where silence isn't absence, it's the presence of creativity, steady and sure, like the city that has embraced change while holding on to its roots for centuries.